Hello, guys. Welcome, guys, and thank you so much for being here. What's going on? Please like and share this video. Coming for a really quick one. Please, as you are coming in, don't even hesitate. Just be hitting the like button. It does wonders. You know, hitting the like button is you telling the algorithm that you're down with the J-A-A-A-A. You know what I mean? And so the algorithm, the system is more likely to send invitation notification to others that I am live. Bring your good vibes, oh, bring your good energy, oh. Okay, so if you're a member of the Justin Dean Coven, avoid me. Avoid me, oh. Remember of his coven, oh. Avoid me. Okay, because you guys know I always match energy. I'm all about matching the energies over here. Do me, I do you, God not the vex. That's how we roll over here. Okay, so I wanted to come out here. Oh shoot, I actually forgot. Did I even save this? I hope I saved the video. So I wanted to come out here and just talk about the video that Korra did, where she was basically she was talking to baby A, and baby A divulge information. You know, children now, the level of their the communication level and everything, but you can actually see what baby A was trying to like say. Can actually guess what she was trying to say, can actually follow her. And Korra's children are very, very intelligent, and it's all credit to their mother. Like, I will never credit that man, not because I don't like him or whatever, but because, come on now, person where you get brain, not be once you go know. Like somebody that has a brain, it's not hard to actually tell. So yeah, all of the intelligence that those children have exhibited come straight up from their mother. There, I said it. And I'm not just saying it because, oh, it's I like Korra, whatever. I'm saying it because of the truth. I'm saying it because it is it is something that I actually believe. So let me go ahead and play this. This is a video that I saw Korra do.
Go inside, man.
Hi, Isilma Brooks. Hi, Jokes Babe.
Oh my
Hi,
gosh.
Kesha Martinez. Hi, everyone.
I got it. I got it.
Hey, come on, come on.
Classic goats for a classic man. Now what you they like with this? But yeah, open and maybe see. Daddy's goat is here. You know you're gonna eat goats. You're gonna eat goats.
What is that?
Enough goats for 20 years. But in this case, it's like 2 days. Daddy eats goat, eh? Hey, go.
I definitely feel Papa Obidi on that one. Oh. Goat is definitely my vibe. Oh. I usually don't eat beef. I prefer goat because it is a lot more organic. And yeah, I just prefer goat meat. So I'm definitely on the same level with Papa Obidi on that one.
God. Daddy, you like goats? Um, um,
Huh?
Who said I was lying?
Daddy.
Daddy said I was
Wow.
lying.
Yeah.
Why is he telling you that I'm lying?
Because that's why she's doing water bread. I said.
You're too small for him to be telling you all that. Why is he saying mommy's lying?
But I'm not taking my bum bum.
You're shaking your bum bum?
Yep, I'm not.
Did you hear that? This child is literally regurgitating what her father said. Did you hear her say, I'm not shaking my bum bum? So, in addition, you know how children are, right? because of how young she is, she may not be able to like articulate every single thing that, that was said to her. But, she could say it in bits and pieces. You just need to be smart to be able to follow the line of conversation with small children. You see how this child said that her father calls her mom a liar. And in addition, she started to remember everything else that her dad had said about their mom, talking about shaking bum bum and all this other stuff, right? Mhm. And Korra is surprised. Like, why are you surprised?
Happened in my bum bum.
Okay.
My bum bum.
So all of a sudden, this child is talking about how she's not shaking her bum bum, her daddy's not shaking his bum bum, meaning the conversation about shaking bum bum has been had. And that conversation has been, and this man has had that conversation with his small children, because that's where this child is just remembering the conversations that she has had with her father. Whenever I talk about this, people will say, "Oh, the kids will fight back." The kids, these children are too young to be so exposed to JD's toxicity. You people don't understand just how truly toxic JD is. Like, he really is the worst kind. He really is the worst kind. Like, you have no idea. That's the reason why you think, oh, okay, the children will be able to communicate with their mom. A lot of things are said to people, even you as an adult. A lot of things are said to you. Your eyes witness a lot of things throughout the course of your day. Sometimes you might even communicate with a friend about something that you witnessed, and you'll be like telling your friends, like, because it shocked you and you felt you needed to tell somebody, and you communicate with your friend. And then later on, as you settle down, and your friend, you probably just gave your friend the Reader's Digest version of it, and then you were promising to like give them the rest, download of the situation, right? And then maybe you forgot, something else distracted you or whatever. And then you call your friend up and you'll be like, oh, but you were going to gist me the rest of the story, what you saw, and blah, blah, blah. And your friend will start, oh, yeah, 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 and start talking. And then you'll notice that some of the details of what they said had been, some of the details of the original conversation that you and your friend had is missing, you know? And so you now be like, oh, you also told me the guy carried a 2x4. And then you also told me the guy flipped somebody the middle finger. It's like you are now reminding the person to tell you, just because you needed that story to be told wholly. So that's what it is. A lot of what this man is saying to those children, some of it she will repeat to their mom. Some of it they don't even um remember. Okay, on the surface they don't remember, but those things are buried in their subconscious. Those things are buried in their subconscious, and they will apply it on basically how they treat their mother, how they deal with their mother going forward, even they themselves. That's why when you see some kids who start acting up, due to teenage rebellion or whatever, sometimes you'll be wondering, even the kids won't even understand the reason why they are like that. But some, especially in situations where there is a divorce and there is a custody, and the children get to spend some time with one parent away from the other parent due to custody agreement, and then they will go to the other parent's place. The bad parents, they will come from the bad parents' place, who is like basically feeding them all this bad, negative information about the other parents, right? They'll come back from there and they'll have an attitude. And you'll be trying to wonder what happened. Even the child, the kid, the teenager On the surface might not even really remember, but because what has been told to him or her about her parents has now been buried deep down in their subconscious, they'll start acting based on the information buried on their subconscious. Okay, so and that's what I see a lot of that happening. And also, when I will say this, people will be like, "Oh, they're gonna be able to." It is gonna take the grace of God. And I wish nothing but the best for Korra and her kids. I want nothing but the best to happen for them. But it is going to take the grace of God for those children to not harbor resentment, to not harbor wickedness, to not harbor, um, all kinds of things in their heart towards their mother because of the things that he tells them. Hi Janice. Janice says hi Jade. I've been missing your live on Facebook. Oh yeah. I do come in from time to time, but I just prefer to do um YouTube when it comes to chaos situation for now, you know, because yeah.
But I'm not shaking my bum bum.
You're shaking your bum bum?
Yep, I'm not blinking my bum bum.
Okay.
And Daddy's not shaking his bum bum. Everybody's not shaking their bum bum.
Did you guys, are you paying attention to the train of thought, to the conversation, to the line of conversation? She's saying she's not shaking her bum bum. Daddy's not shaking his bum bum. So who is it that shake their bum bum? Their mother. So tell me why a conversation with tell me why a conversation about daddy calls you a liar metamorphed into somebody shaking bum bum. It is happening because this child is remembering. She may not be remembering it in sequence, so she may not be remembering it the exact same way the conversation, the whole thing was communicated with her. But this child is remembering the conversation that she has had with her father with regards to her mother. Mhm.
Okay. But mommy shakes her bum bum.
Nope. I said you can't. That
You have no business being told all that about your mother. You're too young for that. Okay?
Again, I don't understand why Korra is surprised by this. Like, I don't get it. This man literally told you, is this not the same? Are we not talking about the same man? Let me play this one for you. Because when I saw this video, I was like, why is Korra acting confused? This man literally told you that he was going to call you out of your name in front of the children until they are 18 years old. He said this to you.
Do that. You can't call me that in front of my kids.
I will call you a whore, a slut in front of my kids until they're 18 years old. Because that's what you are.
You can't do that. You can't do that. You can't call me that in front of my kids.
I will call you a whore, a slut in front of my kids until they're 18 years old. Because that's what you
can't do that.
He said, because that's what you are. I will call you a this, that, and the other in front of my kids until they are 18 years old. This is what he promised you. This is, you see, this one alone, This one alone, you see this statement alone, it's enough for that man to lose custody. Forget every other allegations. This statement alone is enough for this man to lose custody that time. This statement alone, saying that, promising their mother that you will call her all kinds of things in front of the kids until they are 18 years old. When he said until they are 18 years old, do you think he meant, oh, by 18 he was going to stop? No, it just meant because he understands that they are still in the age of minority. And when they are in the age of majority from 18 years old, then it will not even be an offense. It will not be societally unacceptable for children to be hearing those awful words being used But when you are societally, you're supposed to protect children from those awful words. But when a man is saying he's gonna call you all those things, he's gonna call you all those things until they are 18 years old. Because again, the reason why 18 years is significant in this situation is because but before a child is 18, it is always frowned upon for parents to be using those kinds of language in front of the kids. But when a child is 18, the child has reached the age of majority. And so the child is not like, oh, it's okay because the child is an adult. They know theoretically an 18-year-old supposed to know right from wrong. Okay. So this is the promise that this man made. This is what he said he was going to do. And he has kept his promise ever since. So it really, really interests me that Korra is actually surprised at this. Nothing that this man said he was going to do that he didn't do. Like he promised he was going to make your life a living hell. He made good on that. The only reason why Korra is alive today is through the grace of God. That's the reason why she's alive today. Because what this man is so vindictive, is so narcissistic that he was willing to recruit bitter, nasty people from her culture. Okay? And black people in the diaspora from everywhere else. Because the woman that he promised was going to be, who volunteered to be a witness in the court case that the custody case, that one is a black American woman, a lawmaker of some sort. I wonder whatever happened to that one. But yeah, so this is a man who made a promise and he has made good on it. The only reason why his plan did not come to fruition was because you have the Almighty God on your side. And the Almighty God, the universe, rallied a support system for you. So he said he was going to do this. If, for me, anytime the children come back from his side and they are saying things, awful things about her, things that they may have heard from their father, honestly, I think Korra's best response should just be, really? Okay, guys, let me sit you down and tell you I'm not a liar. You know, I'm not a bad person. Whatever else negative thing that your dad may have said about me, I am none of those things. I'm a good mother. I love you. I want you in my life. Like, that should be her response, not acting shocked and surprised that a man is making good on the promise that he said he was going to make. A man is making good on the promise that he made, that he was going to call you all kinds of names in front of the kids until they were 18 years old. Like, I am not surprised. I am not surprised at all. Like, I'm kind of wondering, why is it that we all just, a lot of people, I won't even count myself into that. Why is it that so many people have very short memory? This man promised. He said he was going to do this. I be not being be this. I be not being be this.
You can't do that. You can't do that. You can't call me that in front of my kids.
I will call you a whore, a slut in front of my kids until they're 18 years old. Because that's what you...
You can't do that. You can't do that. You can't call me that in front of my kids.
I will call you a whore, a slut in front of my kids until they're 18 years old. Because that's what you are.
Until they are 18 years old, he said. Until they are 18 years old. So, yeah, he's just making good. The man is evil. Like, there is no two way about it. The man is evil. It's just so unfortunate that Korra was in love with this man, and she found herself in this situation. It's just unfortunate because I do believe it was love. I believe she loved him. He never loved her. He saw her as a target. He saw her as somebody that he could use. There are so many Oyinbo people like that. Lazy Oyinbo. He's very lazy from all indication. He's very lazy. And that's the beauty of all these things, right? You see all these black women, the likes of Najiba, the likes of Tay, when they eventually, because when he meets with them, right, when he gets with them, he always lies to them. He paints a different picture about the reality of things. He paints a different picture. He paints himself out to be, oh, a good man that this African woman just took advantage of. That's how he paints himself. But do you know what I love about when people lie? Yeah. Do you know what I love about when people lie? The truth. It may take a while, oh, and it may not undo the damage that has been done, but the truth eventually comes out, especially when it comes to your character, especially when it comes to the content of your character, especially if you are a perpetual victim who never take accountability for anything, who is so quick to point fingers at your ex because you never want to take accountability for the role that you played in the destruction of your relationship, okay? In the collapse of your relationship. You get involved with somebody else and you start basically pretending to be something that you are not. Okay? The truth will eventually come out. And that's what we see. All these women, a lot of them, because they themselves are narcissists, because they themselves do not want to admit deep down in their heart that they were desperate for the love of a low rent Oyinbo man, so a lot of them will never bring themselves to basically own up to how gullible they were and how quickly they fell for it. But the truth eventually comes out. And that's the reason why you see all these women, he never stays with them for long. He never stays with them for long because they dump him eventually. Somebody commented in my previous video that Tay Tay has stopped following him. That Tay Tay is no longer following him. I'm like, because yeah, now she has seen him for who he is. Now she's seen him for who he is. And it will always be that way. It will always be that way. His home will always be a revolving door of low self-esteem having black women. That's what his home will always be. Where low self-esteem having black women will go and get and thinking that they have landed the correct Oyinbo man because he lied and told them that he's a serious doctor, only for them to end up being the one paying for everything, only for them to end up being the one footing the bills, only for them to end up being the one working, carrying the relationship, pulling the relationship emotionally, psychologically, mentally, in addition to financially carrying the relationship, only for them to realize that no, this guy is a bum. This guy is a loser in all ramification. I just got bamboozled into believing this guy. And they will eventually see him for who he is. But a lot of them, because of their ego and their narcissism, they will not come out and own up to their fuck ups and say, okay, I messed up big time. I probably should not have believed this man the way that I did. He doesn't love black women. He's not even attracted. He's not attracted to women. He's not attracted to women. If he could take advantage of white women, he would. But white women can see him from a mile away. Yeah. Okay. So even like white women can see him from a mile away, and that's the reason why they don't F with him. You would think that with all of the accolades that he likes to place on himself all of the success that he likes to claim, you would think that all those white women who have been featured on his social media, and you would think that they are all clamoring to come back. Okay? You think that they are all clamoring to come back, but eventually they realize that now they don't want to have anything to do with him anymore. Like, he's a pathological liar. Lying is what he does. Lying is what he does. The earlier everybody gets it, the better. So all those black women who have gone there to humiliate themselves, imagine somebody like Tate begging for even a promise ring from a low rent Oyinbo, below standard Oyinbo. Imagine begging for an engagement ring or a promise ring. Believing the lies, using your money to buy food and cook food. What did you think was going to happen? Those children are his bread and butter. He saw Korra from a mile away. He saw Korra and he's like, yeah, my retirement plan is here. And then when that didn't work out, he decided to transfer his plan on his children. Yeah. Without his children, he's nothing. Just like he was nothing without Korra. He took advantage of the love that Korra had for him. And good thing she woke up and realized that no, there is no future in this. This is not sustainable. This man is taking all of my money and using it to do God knows what. This is not sustainable. This is not the kind of future that I want for my kids. I want something better. Okay. So I don't understand why this should surprise anybody. If you've been paying attention, this should not surprise you, because this is what he said he was going to do. This is what he said he was going to do. And he's making good on the promise that he made. Those children are just, it is sad. Look at what he did to these children on their birthday, on June's birthday.
Birthday, June. Go, Athena, go. Look at this place. Athena's over there. Athena's going.
All he cares about, literally, is monetizing the children. That's literally all he cares about. He will take the money that he's making. He think he's so smart because his minions are gullible. They are stupid. They don't have two brain cells to rub together, so they believe anything. This man stays home 24/7. He doesn't go anywhere. He doesn't have a job. If I'm lying, Justin, then sue me to court so that you can prove to the court that you got a job, that you have a job. Sue me, please, and let me make a content out of you. Okay, this man doesn't have a job. He doesn't have anything. So he takes the money that he makes from social media, from Facebook, yeah, and then he pretend as if the money comes from his other job, whereas it's a lie. The money that he's making is the money that he has at all is the money that he makes from social media, monetizing his children. That's it. That's all.
There's Junie. There. Water slides up there.
He just lets his small children, imagine letting his small children to be running around unsupervised. When this kind of place is where it's a breeding ground for PDF files. This kind of place is a breeding ground for PDF files to take advantage of children. He allows his children, his small minor children, to be running around because all he cares about is making money.
Look at this thing. That's cool. Up there. Got a wave machine. Pretty cool stuff.
Even he himself be like PDF file, so I guess he knows. Even like when out this whole video was just giving me all kinds of weird vibes, guys. This video was giving me all kinds of weird vibes. Like he wasn't even acting like a parent to small children. He has shifty eyes, like his eyes are so shifty. Like himself is looking for a prey, looking for the praise, looking for his own prey. God forbid. God forbid, though. My people, if you are a girl that is even looking, avoid all these Oyinbo people. Avoid them. Avoid them, oh. If it is love, make sure that you do your due diligence. And if it is just you wanting, you know, like I see a lot of them on social media and I just shake my head. There's another interracial couple that I want to be discussing. I'll probably talk about that tomorrow or later on in this, later on when I come live again. There's this other interracial couples that just drives me insane. I just find them so disgusting. You see, his child got hurt. Okay, this man just look at how he's looking at the child like this child is a stranger, somebody else's child. This child did not follow him to the theme park. Like not 1 ounce of concern. It's just looking at the child like, who is this one? Who is this one? Will you get out and stop crying? That's what this is giving. See how he's looking at a child who fell, a child who is hurt. Let me roll that back a little bit. Like, that child was hurt. And you know, if you're a parent, you know that there are different kinds of pain when a child cries out. That one, knowing Athena for as long as we have all known Athena, that was a cry of distress. Like she was seriously hurt. And his father and her father could not put down the cameras to attend to his small child. She was seriously hurt.
Oh, Athena.
It just looks so weird. There is not even one thing. Like it looks like a creep. This man looks like a creep. It looks like, and I'm not saying that this applies to him, okay? Let me keep my mouth shut. I'll say it later. Hopefully I remember. But he just looks like a creep. It looks like all those PDA files that will borrow their friends' children or borrow their friend's dog so that they can go to a park where there are small children so that they can snatch the child away. That's what his own demeanor is giving. That's what his demeanor is giving.
Athena. Oh, did the current scare you? Okay, I'm sorry. Are you okay? It just scared you?
Somebody said she told her mom that her dad took them to the water park and it's scary. Yeah. I mean, of course it's scary. I didn't know that she even said that, but thanks for letting me know. Yeah, the whole place looks really scary, And being a small child, that's probably the best way for her to articulate her feelings about that whole environment. It looks scary even for me.
Okay. Yeah, go.
He looks like one of those people that will go and borrow children from their neighbors or their sisters so that they'll be able to enter certain places and do things to people. That's what I am seeing looking at this.
Go, Athena, go. Oh, Athena's scared.
Can you imagine? This man just left his small children, okay? Small children, none of them are even 7 years old. He left his small children to just be running around, being vulnerable to God knows who, while he picks up the camera and filming, pretending to be that the dearest, the best father in the world.
Junie, happy birthday. Where are you going? Athena, this way. Athena, let's follow Junie. Go over here. Come on. Come on, Athena. Let's go. Athena, hold Daddy's hand. Go, Athena, go. Oh, not that way. Not that way. Over this way. Let's go. Go. Right there. Look, go. Go, look. Right there, go. Run through it. Go. 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 There's somebody that's going to come down. Alright guys, time to go play. Athena, come with me. Let's go put the backpack down. Come on.
He looks like a creep. Hey, God. He looks like a creep. Hmm. Because when you have children, even if you're a creep, even if you're a PDFer, even if you're whatever, when you have children with you, people will just think you can just blend in.
Let's go, Athena.
These kids were so miserable on that day. And that was why I posted that I thank God that Korra was able to balance it off. Whenever she had them, they did something and it was really nice. It was very relaxing and nothing like the nonsense that their father did with them, kind of to just balance off the crazy chaotic energy. Can you imagine? Did you guys see that? It was in that moment that he then turned off the camera. Can you guys see what this man just did? He enjoys inflicting pain. That child did not see that coming. That child had no idea that she was going to experience that. And this man, he could have avoided all of that. But he enjoys inflicting pain on those children. Did you guys just see what happened? Let me roll it back a little bit. Like, he enjoys inflicting pain on those small children. He didn't need to carry that child. She's way too young to be going through that. Can you imagine? Can you imagine?
Go, Jimmy, go. Athena,
Can
cheer her
you
on.
imagine? Can you imagine? He has the lack of empathy that he has even for his own children is bewildering. Like, he doesn't, all he cares about is himself. Junie is going to get hurt in this situation. Yeah. Jenny said, and he laughs, which makes it worse. Yeah. Yeah. Even if this was not his intended, even if this was an unintended consequence, but the fact that seeing the children get hurt makes him laugh is one of the major evidence of the gross narcissism. June got hurt in this segment too. June got hurt in this segment. And this child did not even see it coming. Normally, when you're doing something like this, if you are interested, you want to at least be facing it so that you can prepare yourself mentally and otherwise, and even physically, for what you're about to embark on. She didn't know that this was happening. So this was caught, and she was caught unaware. And you can see the shock and why she cried. Like, this man is such a devil. This man a devil, oh. This child did not even expect, did not see this coming. Tell me what kind of a good father, tell me what kind of a reasonable father, tell me what kind of a thoughtful father will let this child impact when the child did not even see what she was swimming into, treading into.
Go, Jimmy, go. Athena, cheer her on. Go, Jimmy, go. Whoa. Whoa. Okay, go back.
And she was obviously hurt. This child was obviously hurt when she impacted that thing, and she was gonna cry, and she took one look at her father and she swallowed it. And then you wait and see how this water will take this child away. Like,
Go, Jimmy, go. Athena, cheer her on. Go, Jimmy, go. Whoa. Whoa. Okay, go back.
this child was clearly hurt. But no,
Junie.
And he's just laughing. That kid just smacked her head against whatever that was, and this man is just laughing. Let me play this again. He's just laughing. Which kind evil papa be this one, for goodness sake? And then these children will come home to their mother and they'll be exhibiting all kinds of trauma. They'll be exhibiting all kinds of trauma. Jenny said he said he's doing all this on purpose. Imagine admitting to such foolishness. Someone told me that before, but I was looking for the video. If anybody has a video, if you have the video of Janice, of him basically saying that, because that video needs to be memorialized. That video needs to be circulating on social media. If you have the video, or you can please send it to my send it to me, because I've been looking for that video where he said he's doing all of this. So yeah. Brooke says these are the videos that need to be brought to CPS attention. I agree. Brooke says, Jade, he was high on drugs. I would not be surprised if that's the case. I would not be surprised if he was high on drugs, because his pupils are always dilating, and yeah, he acts suspiciously. I would not be surprised if he was on drug in that situation, and those children have to be put in such a dangerous place. I didn't know he purposely dropped them off late. Somebody said, Jay, remember he purposely dropped them off late to Korra because he really didn't want her to have June on her birthday, but because of the court order, he had no choice. I didn't know he dropped them off late, but it is also interesting that he also went to his brainless minions and tried to like spin a different scenario and say that, oh guys, regardless of my personal feelings, children deserve the love of both parents. I still would want her to spend her birthday with her mother, completely failing to tell them that it was court order. It was court order. It wasn't out of the goodness of his heart. If it was up to him, he would have saw to it that Korra did not spend time with the kids. But we have all seen the court order. We have all read it here, where it clearly states that the parents, if the parents who doesn't have custody that week, the week of the birthday, would spend half day with the kids. That's basically what the court order stated. So again, this is why he was trying to get the courts to like make the court's information pop and private, because he didn't want his minions to hear the truth about what was going on, because we were over here exposing the reality of things. We were over here telling the truth about the court order, about information, but because he kept lying to his minions, he didn't want them to know what was actually happening, so that he can spin it in the future, like he attempted to do on that Facebook page, where he was trying to paint a false picture that, oh, the kids, I wanted, regardless of my feelings, I still wanted them to spend their birthday with their mom. So he was trying to spin a narrative that, yeah, he's such a good guy, and that's the reason why he made that available, when in reality that's not true at all. It is court ordered. According to the court, the custody agreement, when it's the children's birthday, they are to spend half the day, regardless of who has custody that week. They are to spend half of the day with the parent who doesn't have custody that week. Okay, so that's basically what happened. He's a liar, he's a gaslighter. He takes advantage of the gullible morons, brain dead morons who are just happy to be in his space, hoping that if they continue to blindly support him, maybe one day he will recognize them. Maybe one day he will respond to their DMs and their inbox messages and their WhatsApp messages. Yeah, he does everything to try and hide the truth from them because he wants to continue to be the victim. He wants to continue to lie. He wants to continue to do all kinds of things. He's a terrible human being. He has not 1 ounce of love and affection towards the children. They are nothing but a means to an end. That's it, that's all. They are nothing but a means to an end. Their mother stopped being a means to an end. Their mother said, "No more, I'm not going to be your retirement plan. This is not sustainable." And then he decided to shift all of that grifting energy on these poor innocent children. He's a grifter. He's a grifter. He's a user and an abuser. He's using and abusing those children. And it is wrong. It is very, very wrong. What Justin Dean is doing to his biological children is wrong. So, yeah. Like, it's so obvious. He's a loser and he will always be a loser. And all those women that were gullible enough because they were so desperate because they believed that this clown is a doctor. At some point, once they started this man, at some point they would have had a conversation with themselves and be like, why does he always stay home? He doesn't go anywhere. He lies a lot. He lies a lot. That should have been cue for them to like run away. But no, no, they had to stay because why not? My phone is ringing. Mm, okay. Yeah. Sorry. Let me round this up. So yeah, all these desperate women, desperados. At some point, you would have known that no, this is not your white knight. This is not your knight in shining armor. But they themselves, because of how flawed they are, people like the Najibas of the world and the Tay-Tays of the world, because of just how flawed and how painfully desperate they are, decided that keep they were going to stay in the relationship. I wonder what it took. I wonder what it took. I wonder what it took for whoever. I wonder what happened. I wonder if it was Tay Tay that finally walked away, or if it was he who like still ended up dumping her. I'm interested in that story before I even give my opinion and my verdict on this. But I wouldn't be surprised if it was he who still ended, because Tay Tay was very desperate. Okay, Tasia was very desperate for this man's whatever it was that she wanted from this man. So I won't be surprised if it was he who did enough things that even she could not like shake it off again. Imagine staying on is coming on social media to engage in a humiliation ritual, begging this slimy eggplant of a man to come, this infected bola of a man, infested bola of a man, infested with God knows what, begging him for a promise ring. Like, you humiliated all black women all over the world, and for that, Tasia, you go see, you go see. Because why? Why? Fine, you fell for the okey doke. You probably saw the PJ that he claims he posted on his dating app, and the lies and claiming that he makes $100,000 a year. You probably fell for all of that. So you did. But eventually you got to know that this man a liar. Oh. He just they use mouth buy fish for everybody's soup, and then you still stayed. Yeah, I'm interested though. I want to know what happened. Who fired who dumped who between the two of you? Bond Divine is laughing. Bond Divine is not the infested bola with all kinds of korokoro, all kinds of things. God forbid, Batsy. Why? These black women that are giving everybody a bad name, like, sheesh. Anyways, guys, let me go and snoop around. I need to reply some emails and some text messages, and then snoop around, and then I'll come back. There's another topic that I wanted to do with regards to this clown over here. So yeah, I'll come back and then we'll touch on that. Thank you guys so much for being here. Please like and share if you care. I will catch you later. Bye.